1,000 or so years ago, somebody was hunting in these woods and they shot their arrow and their arrow flew through the trees and it landed in the woods somewhere and was lost. Over the years it was covered with debris and sediment, and eventually the creek meandered its way through the woods, washed away the sediment, and that arrow is just waiting for us to find it. That's what we're going to try to do today. So the people that lived here originally would have been very different than us. They would have been lactose intolerant. They would have been probably less drowsy because they didn't have artificial lights to keep them up at night. They would have felt hunger differently because they didn't have corn syrup or sucrose or salt. Not very much anyway. And they would have known the world to be very, very quiet. Nature does all kinds of weird things. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what's an artifact and what's not. This is not an artifact, but if you wanted to put a wooden handle on it, you could make an ice chipper out of it, and it would work. Look at this feathery ice. Let me show you some close-ups. Anything that's off color, I pick up because you never know what it could be. Alright, I found something over here. Very, very strange. See if you can see it. See that right there? That's weird. It's a piece of lead with like a design stamped into it. It's definitely a purposeful design. We'll have to do a full-on investigation of that. Wow. Not seeing any arrowheads today, but they're definitely here. Years ago I found a broken stone pipe here, and I set it down and forgot about it. And it's still here somewhere. Okay, now here's something. How about this? Could that be a rock with copper ore in it? I don't know. Or maybe somebody spray painted a rock. I don't know. Alright, how about this? Could this be a piece of pottery? It's flat and it's textured. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. Where did that texture come from? See? Could that be a piece of pottery maybe? Something big is happening in the world. And here's how it's playing out. In the future, the population will break off into two groups. Those who can and will, and those who can't and won't. And the driving force behind this division is technology. You see, the youth is being raised with two different interpretations of life and technology. One, technology is an asset. It facilitates life. It allows you to communicate. It helps you in school. It helps you navigate, figure out where you're going. And so to that group, technology is a means. The other group sees technology as a replacement for life. And this group is more of a screen time zombie, if you will, constantly walking around staring into a box of flashing, flickering, buzzing, vibrating noise. And it's this fixation on this digital technology that's causing this group to stagnate on the hierarchy of needs. You see, if everything goes well enough in life, the individual will progress upwards on the hierarchy of needs towards self-actualization. But it doesn't have to be that way. People can stagnate. And if all you ever do is just stare at a screen, then you're missing out on the bumps and bruises and the ardent nature of life, the process that gets you up the hierarchy of needs. And so these two different people are motivated for different reasons. The person that's stagnated, they don't need anything in life other than the basic sustenance and enough money to buy more data. And so their motivation for life is grounded in the lower tiers of the hierarchy of needs. The other group, their motivation in life is more towards the upper level of the hierarchy of needs, and they live for a different reason. And so these people are very motivated and they're highly effective, and that's the division. The group that sees technology as an asset, those people have what's called an internal locus of control. They develop an internal locus of control, which means that they honestly 100% believe that their position in life is up to them. And it doesn't matter if something is unfair or something is unfortunate. They ultimately believe that whatever happens in life, it's truly up to them. Now, this isn't entirely accurate, but that mindset actually works. And so they have an internal locus of control. Compare that to the lower level. They honestly believe that any deficiencies in their life is somebody else's fault or the system's fault. And so these are the people that can't, and these are the people that won't. And so because of technology, we see two stark contrasts. Because of technology, more people than ever before are living in some age of enlightenment. And also because of technology, more people than ever before are living in a type of dark ages.
And now we come upon a most unique structure, the Travel and Transport Building, presenting a dominant phase of industry in its most commanding aspects, a triumph of architectural design and balance. Bold and austere in line, it serves as the symbolic landmark of that section of the fair dedicated to travel.